So today I'm going to be doing a video on this eye look using the Urban Decay and Jean-Michel Basquiat eyeshadow palette in Gold Griot. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, just keep watching. Alright, using this palette today, I really want to use these shades Crown and Pseudonym. I'm really drawn to this gold shade, so we're going to try and see if we can create a look using these two shadows at least. And play around with these neutral tones as well. So I'm just starting with this e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to dip that into Enigma right here at the top. I'm going to apply this all over my lid. This is just going to work as a base for the rest of the shadows that we'll be putting on. It helps with the tackiness of my foundation and concealer that I've already placed on my eyelid. And it's going to help the rest of the shadows blend out smoothly. Okay, so now I'm going to start mapping out some of the other colors. I'm going to take Levitation, which is the second shade in the palette here, and I'm going to put that on a fluffy crease brush. I'm just going to use the brush that came with the palette, and I'm going to put that right into my crease. This is going to help me map out and carve out my crease a little bit more. And if I want to bring other colors, I don't know if I'm going to do a halo eye yet or if I'm just going to do the blue in the crease. But this is just going to help give some dimension to the look. And because my eyes are kind of hooded, I like to keep my eye open when I place that crease color, so I know where it's going and that I can place it just a little bit above the folds of my eyelid. Because since my eyelid folds right in that crease, you're not really going to see the crease color I'm putting in there. So I need to make sure I'm putting it just above those folds in my eyelid, so that color is seen when my eyes are open. So I'm going to start working on the eyelid with the darker color. I'm going to go for a halo eye, and I think I'm actually going to start with BK and deepen up the inner and outer corners of my eyes first before placing Pseudonym on the eye, just so I can map out where I want to place those colors. And where I want to place that dark blue. I'm going to go in with this small tapered blending brush from Luxie. It's the Luxie 231. So I'm going to pick up BK just on the tip of this brush so it's precise. And I'm going to start on the outer corner. I'm going to drag this into my crease just a little bit. Because for a halo eye, we're going to leave the center of the eyelid blank because that's where our brightest color is going to go. That's where Crown will be placed. And we're going to deepen up the inner and outer corners of the eyelid. Again, leaving that center of the lid blank. That way, whenever we place Crown on the lid, the gray color isn't going to muddy up that gold. We want it to be a vibrant gold, so by leaving it blank and free of other eyeshadows, it's going to help us get a nice pigmented, bright center of that lid. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and do the inner corners. And I'm not going to put it straight into my tear duct. I want to get it right where this crease kind of starts is where we want to start at. Not the crease. About right where my eyelashes start is where I want to put this gray. Right here. Because that tear duct, we want to keep it bright as well. So I'm just being very gentle, very slow application. You want to keep this precise. If you want, you can connect it a little bit here in the crease. And see, now we have the darker inner and the darker outer corner. I might just like it with this gray color. Maybe I don't want to go in with that blue. So again, avoiding this tear duct. We're going to try and work on the eyelid space, not in that tear duct. So I kind of pat where I want it most pigmented. Blend it outward, but not on the lid. So now I want to start placing pseudonym in those same spots. I'm going to start slowly blending out as I go and making sure that I'm not getting too dark too quickly. So again, just taking that on the tip of this brush. I'm using the same Luxie brush that we just used with the gray, taking it right on the tip of my brush and just working slowly. That is pigmented. I'm lightly applying a pressure. I am not pressing into my skin. I'm using a very light hand, just sweeping it onto the lid. Very light pressure and just using circular motions to build up that color. And I'm trying to drag it up above my crease a little bit so we can see some of that blue peeking on this outer edge, kind of blown out a little bit. And I'm just going to leave that gray in the inner part of our eyes. I'm not going to do the blue. I think that looks really nice right now. Okay, so now for the fun part. We are going to go in with Crown, this beautiful gold. And we're going to place that in the center of our lid for our halo eye. And I'm going to apply it with the e.l.f. brush, the same e.l.f. brush we used earlier. And I'm going to do it dry and see how the pigmentation is. Such a beautiful color. I'm just going to pat it onto the center of my lid. By patting it, we're kind of pressing it into the skin, pressing it into that shadow, and so it will stay in place. So I'm just going to pat. The shadow is so beautiful. Just patting it into the lid. Kind of overlap just a little bit on each side. Ooh, I really like that. By patting, you also get a lot less fallout than you would by sweeping or blending shadows. So I'm going to try and go ahead and intensify that gold just a little bit. So I'm going to spritz some water onto my brush. That's going to help make that pigment more bright and intense on the lid. So just to smoke it out, build up some more color, I'm taking pseudonym again on this Luxie brush. And I'm going to place this into the corner of my eye. And I'm going to blend it into that gold just a little bit. So now I'm going to take this blue, put just a little bit back onto that brush, and drag it under my eye. I'm going to take Enigma and use this shade to blend out towards my brow bone. Just using this large fluffy brush. I'm just softening this edge of the shadow. So now that I've finished applying all of my shadows and I've got it blended out, I'm going to go ahead and put on mascara, maybe some falsies, and finish the rest of my face, and I will be back. So this completes the look that I came up with using the Urban Decay and Jean-Michel Basquiat eyeshadow palette Gold Griot. I just went really neutral with the rest of my face since my eyes are so bold and I've got a bright pop of color on them. I went ahead and used my Colourpop blush and highlight palette. This is the peach one. I'll leave the link for this palette down below as well. And then I also used Strip and Knotty on my lips from Colourpop as well. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more videos like this from me. If you're wanting to see other tutorials, please let me know down below what you would like to see from me. I'll also leave all of my socials down below so you guys can follow me and talk to me over on other forms of media. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.